Hey, welcome back to another episode of Click C for Comics. I'm Tone. I'm your host, the host with the most, and I ain't gonna start doing all that. So I usually do the videos inside, with better lighting and at least I'm trying to. All my videos are not the best quality yet, but I'm working on it. But anyway, I'm outside. It's a beautiful Sunday. The weather's nice. The sun is shining. I don't want to be locked in the house, and I don't want to deal with all the lights and everything. So, this video is about is basically I want to talk about the first comic book that I ever owned, and I'm curious that if anyone else out there can show the first comic book they ever owned, like the one issue that got them started collecting comics, be it DC, Marvel, whatever. I don't really care because I really kind of read I like all types of comic books, because the one person that I give love and thanks to for so many things is my mother. And we all love our mothers, right? But how cool is it that your mom reads comic books? It's so fucking cool. And that's the dude. My mom reads comic books. She grew up reading Archie, started reading Archie too, and I like Archie. And then I would read Casper and Spooky and Hot Stuff and Little Dot and Little Audrey, and she had a lot of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck stuff, and I liked all that stuff. I loved it. So one summer I was rifling through her collection, and I came across a comic book, a very special comic book to me, because this was the first comic book that I owned that was the superhero comic book, and my mom gave it to me, and this was the book right here. You can see that pretty clearly. This was the book the first comic book I ever owned. My mom gave me this book. I asked her, after I read it, I loved it. I asked her, could I have it? She said, yeah. And from there, I would collect Spider-Man and Hulk, and I went on to collecting books all throughout the 70s. I collected all kind of comic books. And then, of course, through the 80s and the 90s, up until present time, I'm still collecting comic books from time to time. But this was the one that kind of started it all. And I thank my mom for letting me have it and being, because she wasn't into this. You know what I'm saying? As I said before, she wasn't into this, but I was. And this is not the original book I had, because believe it or not, unlike a lot of stories I hear all the time, yo, my mom threw out my comic books. My mom threw out my comic books. My mom did not throw out my comic books. If anything, my mom saved my comic books and gave me comic books. And whenever she got comic books from our uncles or friends in the family, she would give them to me. So, growing up, I gave away a lot of my collection from the 70s. I sold my first collection. All my books from the 70s, I sold. All of them. Regrettably. And then through, I think, the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I gave away a large portion of my collection to a gentleman named Philip Hines. Philip Hines. Peace out to you, Philip, if you're seeing this. You should be, because you should be subscribing to my page, Philip. I don't know what you're waiting for. And me and my boys, we collected comics over the years, and I gave them away. And then, just before my daughter was born in '92, maybe some years before that, I started reading again, and I'll never give away or sell another comic book again. So, I'm always getting interrupted. I always want to see what I'm doing. It's alright. But anyway, that's it. This is the first comic book I ever owned. This was the comic book that got me started reading Marvel and DC and everything superheroes. And I want to give a big shout out to my mom, Edith, for being a real comic book head. Turned me on to this. It's always going to be a part of my life and a great memory. And just a very, because it was something that we connected. For all the things that you connect with your mom with, I got many things that connect me to my mom, but this is one of the childhood things of all things that bring the most fondest memories for me, is my mom giving me my first comic book, giant size Avengers, Number two, thank you for giving it to me. And that's yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just making up shit to say. Oopsie daisy. Didn't mean to say that. So this is Tone from Click C for Comics. Outside in the garage, enjoying the weather with my pup Miko. Miko, hey. He's getting old, so his hearing is not so great. You see me? Yeah, he sees me. And see you at the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you see this video and you are a comic collector, I would love to see a video of how, what was the comic book that got you started, that set you off. And, all right, so have a good one. Peace.